So we meet again. Hey, you guys, how you doing? Anybody out there yet? The Druckmann gang, of course. I'll say hi to everybody. Come in. We'll get started in 5 minutes, as usual, at 2 o'clock East Coast time. Hey, I'll say hi to everybody. Like, hi, Ian, and hi, Erica, and Maddie, Julie, and Josh. How you doing? So glad you're here today. And Sammy, and Amarillo is here, and Ryan is here, and Drew, and Samik and Eli and Liam and Chloe and Ben and Danny and Skyla and Alana are here. I'm so glad you came, Matthew and Alex and Zach and Declan and Ben and the Hopper family are here. Thanks for coming. It's such a nice day to do this. Amy and Miles and Peter and Ben and Joseph and Zachary and Shannon are here. Thanks for coming to all of you. Jacob and Amelia are here, and Christian and Katie are here all together. And Gemma and Jet are here, and Henry's here from Kentucky, and Lucy and Calvin, Dean and Elaine from Texas, and Avery and Ethan and Amelia and Mallory and Tyler is here. Thanks. Hi to all of you. Logan and his family are here. Thanks for coming, everybody. We'll get started in 4 minutes. Caitlin and Nicole, hi. To Rayleigh, sorry, and Jude in here, and from Niagara Falls, and Lucas, Connor here, and Dylan, and Teddy, and Aiden, and Logan and Hudson are here. Hi to all of you. So glad you came back. Not sick of me yet. Appreciate that. Ella and Eric are here, and Corkscrew. Who's Corkscrew? And Aaron and Ethan and Taylor and Leah and Leo and Abby. Mia's here. Um, and by the way, if you guys have questions, probably typing them here is not the best way to do it because I can't read them fast enough. But you can go to my website and click on a button to send me an email, and I will answer it. We got 3 minutes to go, but Haley and Christian are here, and the Lauchner family, and Carter and his mom are here for the first time. Hey, thanks for coming, Carter. Okay, and Colin is here, and Bo from Virginia. Malcolm's here from West Sand Lake. We got 2 minutes to go. Violet and Stefan are here. Brooks Brothers from Philly. Sam, Daniela, and Eden are here, and Mattingly and Brady, they always come. And Emily and Allie and James and Alexa are here. Emma and Taylor. I'm so glad you're all here. It makes me feel really good that so many people show up. Natalia. Um, JD is here. And the Glass Gang. Ella and Jack never miss it. Okay. John and Abby are here, and Andrew in Jasper, Indiana. Luke and Landon. Hi to all of you. I wish I could say all your names, but I'm sorry for those of you who I miss. Sam and Gavin are here. Abigail and Chester, and Ryan and Matthew are here. And Lila and Elliot and Tessa are here, and Matthew and Chase and Leah and Hudson are here. Oh, I see it's 1:59. I better take a sip and stop looking at your names. Okay, I'm going to get started in less than a minute. Okay. Hi to all of you. I'm sorry I can't say hello to everybody as they're coming in, but I got to watch the clock to know when it's time to get started. Okay. You guys excited? Monday afternoon, Monday morning for some of you. Okay. You mark. Get set. It's go time, baby. Hi, thanks for coming back to all of you. I really appreciate you coming today. My name is Dan Gutman. I am the author of the My Weird School series and lots of other books for kids too. And it's Monday, and you know what that means? It's time for us to start a new book. Yeah, which is always fun. This is going to be our ninth book that we're reading together. But first, let's do the question of the day. Okay? The question of the day, which came from a whole bunch of people, asked me the same question, which is, why don't you write a My Weird School book about this situation that we're all in right now with the kids out of school and this horrible tragedy going on around us? Why don't you write a My Weird School about that? And here's why. You know, My Weird School is supposed to be funny, and I like to write funny stuff. And I don't think I would be good at writing about the situation that we're all in right now. I don't think I'd be good at it. And I don't want to joke about this because it's a really serious situation. And I don't want to write something and have people then write me letters complaining that, I had a family situation and I'm deeply offended that you poked fun at this situation. So that's why I'm going to stick with the funny stuff and not do like a coronavirus My Weird School book. Okay, so having said that, let's get started with the funny stuff, which is our book of the day, our book of the week, which is titled Miss Newman Isn't Human. Okay, and first I'll show you the back cover so that you get a sense of what it's all about. Why don't you read it with me? A guest is coming to elementary school. It's local TV meteorologist Sprinkles Newman, who is going to teach AJ and the gang about the weather. But what happens when a real storm heads for the school? The forecast calls for a 100% chance of weird. Okay, so now you know what it's going to be about. And this book has 11 chapters in it. Okay, so we're still going to finish it on Friday. We're going to do 2 chapters every day, but one of the chapters is really short. So we will do that chapter tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll do 3 chapters, but otherwise we'll do 2 chapters a day. Okay, all right. Are you ready? Gather around your big screen TV, your laptop, your tablet, your smartphone, whatever it is. Gather around and we'll read chapter 1, which is titled Indoor Recess. Okay, you guys ready? My name is AJ and I hate rain. Rain is horrible. You can't ride your bike in the rain. You can't play outside. Everything gets soaked. Your sneakers get squishy. You have to wear a dorky raincoat to school. And here's one of Jim's pictures of AJ putting his dorky raincoat into his cubby at school. And then there's the most horrible thing about rain. Indoor recess. Ugh. Indoor recess was the worst invention in the history of the world. I hate rain, I said on Friday morning as I hung up my dorky raincoat in the cloakroom. Me too, said my friends Ryan and Michael. Me three, said Alexia, this girl who rides a skateboard all the time. Me four, said Neil, who we call the nude kid even though he wears clothes. But rain is a good thing, Arlo, said Andrea Young, this annoying girl with curly brown hair. She calls me by my real name because she knows I don't like it. If we didn't have rain, we wouldn't have water to drink. I hate drinking water, I told Andrea. If we didn't have rain, we wouldn't have water to fill our bathtubs, Andrea said. I hate taking baths. The flowers wouldn't grow, Andrea said. I hate flowers. Andrea rolled her eyes. Her crybaby friend Emily hung up her dorky raincoat next to mine. She was carrying a big plate covered with plastic wrap. If we didn't have rain, she said, we wouldn't have brownies. Brownies? I made them with my mom, Emily said. One of the ingredients is water. I may have to rethink my position on rain. That's when our teacher, Mr. Cooper, came flying into the room. And I do mean flying. Mr. Cooper thinks he's a superhero, but he's not a very good one. He tripped over an electrical cord and almost knocked over Emily's plate of brownies. Here's a picture of Mr. Cooper entering the room as he usually does. Good morning, Mr. Cooper said. We're going to have a super day. What's your superpower for today, Mr. Cooper? Asked Ryan. You've heard of supervision and super hearing, he said. Well, I have super taste. Super taste? I never heard of super taste. Prove that you have super taste, said Neil. Mr. Cooper took the plastic wrap off Emily's plate. Then he put a whole brownie in his mouth. Mr. Cooper put a whole brownie into his mouth. He said, this tastes super. Mr. Cooper is weird. Suddenly, the voice of our principal, Mr. Klutz, came over the loudspeaker. Good morning, elementary students, Mr. Klutz announced. I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is that it has stopped raining. Yay! Everybody shouted. The bad news is another storm is predicted for this afternoon. So today we will have indoor recess. No! Not indoor recess. Anything but indoor recess. I'd rather be chased by wild raccoons than have indoor recess. I'd rather jump off Mount Everest than have indoor recess. I'd rather eat a bowl of broccoli than have indoor recess. This was the worst thing that happened since TV turnoff week. That means we can't play football on the playground, complained Michael. No fair, said Neil. I love indoor recess, said Andrea, who loves everything I hate. We can play board games. Board games are fun, said Emily, who loves everything Andrea loves. You mean board games, I said, because board games are boring. Mr. Klutz wasn't finished with his announcement. I have more good news, students, he said. Before the storm arrives this afternoon, I'd like you all to join me on the playground. I have a special surprise. Ooh, I love surprises, said Andrea and Emily, clapping their hands like it was their birthday. Okay, shouted Mr. Cooper, everybody Pringle up. We all lined up in single file, like Pringles, and walked 1,100,000 miles to the playground. And you'll never believe what happened there. I'm not going to tell you. Okay, I'll tell you. But you have to read the next chapter. So na boo boo on you. All right, that's chapter 1. Chapter 2, you ready for it? Is titled Sprinkles and Lukewarm. All right. It wasn't raining, but the clouds were dark. It looked like a storm was coming. The whole school was out on the playground. Well, actually, it was just the kids and the teachers who were out on the playground. It would be weird if the school was out on the playground. Mr. Klutz was waiting for us. He has no hair at all. Men lose their hair on their head when they get old, and then it starts growing out of their nose and ears instead. Nobody knows why. What's up, Mr. Klutz? I asked. I'll tell you what's up, he replied, and he pointed at the sky. We all looked up, and you'll never believe what we saw. It was a gigantic hot air balloon. It was floating down with a basket under it. On the side of the balloon were the words Channel 4 Weather. It looked like somebody was in the basket. And here's Jim's picture of the balloon coming down, and Mr. Klutz is pointing up at it. Who's that? Michael asked. It looks like Sprinkles Newman, that meteorologist on TV, shouted Ryan. She studies meteors, I asked. That's weird. Everybody laughed, even though I didn't say anything funny. No, dumbhead, Ryan said. She's the weather lady. Oh, yeah. My parents watch Sprinkles Newman on Channel 4 every morning before work. She's always talking about the weather. I leave the room when Sprinkles Newman comes on. What a snooze fest. Why do grown-ups care so much about weather? It's just weather. The balloon was hovering over our heads. Everybody got out of the way so there would be room for it to land. Sprinkles Newman was waving at us. Remember when Miss Tracy came to our school and talked about the stars and planets? Mr. Klutz asked. Well, that gave me the idea to have Miss Newman come and talk about the weather. Wasn't that a great idea? Yes, shouted all the girls. No, shouted all the boys. The balloon touched down. Before Miss Newman could climb out of the basket, the weirdest thing in the history of the world happened. A Channel 4 news van came roaring down the street and screeched to a stop at the edge of the playground. A bunch of people jumped out and rushed over to the balloon. One of them started fussing with Miss Newman's hair. Somebody else put makeup on her face. One guy set up lights. Another guy had a video camera. Finally, Miss Newman stepped out of the balloon basket. Everybody clapped and cheered. A tall guy jumped out of the van and ran over. He was carrying a bunch of big pieces of cardboard. The card on the top of the pile had these words written on it. Hi, everybody, said Miss Newman. Hi, we all shouted. The tall guy dropped the first piece of cardboard and held up the one underneath it. It said, "Thanks for inviting me to your school," said Miss Newman. The guy dropped that card and held up the next one. It said, "It's great to be here," Miss Newman said cheerfully. He held up another card. "I love visiting schools and talking with kids," said Miss Newman. He held up another card. "I'm sure we'll have a great time today," said Miss Newman. The guy kept dropping each card. Well, I got to show you a picture. Forgot to share the picture. The guy kept dropping each card and then holding up the next one for Miss Newman to read. "Who's that guy?" I asked. He held up another card. "That guy is my cue card man," said Miss Newman. "His name is Luke. Lukewarm." How did Lukewarm know I was going to ask who he was? That guy is weird. Well, that's chapter 2. We're going to do chapter 3 tomorrow, which is titled, "That's Gotta Hurt." But first, before we go, how about the joke of the day? You ready for the joke of the day? Okay, here we go. How do you fix a broken tomato? How do you fix a broken tomato? With tomato paste. Ah! All right. Well, let's finish with our theme song by the wonderful Josh Salzman and Ryan Cunningham. Here we go. Dance with me.
My weird school, I'm AJ and my school's a mess. My weird school, before a school, it's fine, I guess. My weird school, where it is cool, and the teacher strange as a rule. Where Mrs. Youngers is bonkers, and Mrs. Jay-Z is crazy, Mrs. Cooney is loony, and Miss Lady is zany, and then there's principal, his name's Mr. Klutz, and man, oh man, is that man nuts. My weird school, 1,100,000 hours long. My weird school, where normal things do not belong. My weird school, where odd is cool, and the teachers are strange as a rule. And my weird school, my weird school, oh yeah, it's my weird school.
All right, you guys. See you tomorrow. same time. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. Same time, same place. And we'll read chapter 3 and 4. Bye. See ya.